I don't see why, especially like a woman's standards has to match her lifestyle in a patriarchy. That's stupid. I don't see why it has to. Quite literally, that's what this whole thing says. If y'all are just beautiful, right place, right time, as I said before, fit, feminine, friendly, shut up, smile, and look pretty, you'll get what you want. So if that's what's been preached for such a long time until men realize that they can't keep this up because most of y'all are broke, now all of a sudden y'all are saying, what do you bring to the table?
I'll support you, whatever you decide, but I'm telling you from what I see, this is probably, I'll do it.
Facts.
People do what they want to do, but you're not going to put me on record by lying to you. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm your friend, but
you got to tell them.
As long as you ain't killing nobody, hurting nobody, I'll support you. But
so you'll support your friend doing something that you know is wrong?
No. So for example, if it's something that she's done, if she's just talking to somebody and I feel like it's not going where she wants it to go, and I tell her, that's different. You talking about harming people? Absolutely not.
That's
I got a question. Then.
Dating two friends in a friend group who don't know about each other, you're not going. Would you support her in that?
You said what now?
You told her it is wrong, right? That she's dating two niggas in the same circle. So you told her that it's wrong, but then after you tell her it's wrong, you're gonna be like, "Oh, I will support you. If you're gonna do it, go ahead."
No.
So where do you draw the line and what you will support? That's because it seems like it's very dynamic and what like in a fucker you got to support with your friends, and then where you guys start telling the truth.
Yeah, my friends would never come to me with that because that's not even how we roll. Absolutely not.
Okay.
Shan, what's the example of you holding your tongue though? Of you being like, all right, I'll support you even if you don't agree. What's an example for you?
I have a friend. Oh, Lord. I just think she should be a little classier with her IG page, okay? I don't think it's a great representation of what she's trying to bring into her. And I'll say it like that. I'm like, listen, one, we're a little too old for that. And let's try it a different way where we're not so... I think I had this conversation last night. It's so funny that we're bringing it up today. But... I'm not there when she pushes the button. She sees nothing wrong with it. So, I'm going to keep telling her, like, if I see him like, girl, I'll go in the DM. No, that's not it. Take it down. Please take it down.
So, ladies, I got a question for all of you. So, Shan, how many ugly friends you got?
Ugly friends?
Yeah.
Ugly is a strong word. There are levels to this.
No, it's not.
Let's say unattractive. How many unattractive friends do you have?
Maybe two.
Two unattractive friends? Miss Pearl, how many unattractive friends you got?
I don't even think she's talking.
He was asking you.
I don't have any friends.
Okay.
She's a loner.
Lakeisha, how many unattractive friends you got, Lakeisha?
Maybe one.
Is that the one that hosts the pool party that was tripping on you?
Willie, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna
I'm cracking up because Willie definitely brought that out the vault.
I'm just curious.
I don't think she's unattractive. No, but it's not her. No.
Okay.
I haven't even hung out with her since that incident.
That's some shit ugly women do. That's why I was asking. That's the ugly women are the only ones to do shit like that.
Now you're gonna have my friends like, which one of us ugly? I'm not gonna do it.
So guys, I got another question for y'all. Do your standards match your life? Do your standards match your life?
Who lies more?
My standard reach my life.
Right.
Okay.
So a lot. Go ahead. Like, there's a lot of people who want an unrealistic, or just let's say you looking for somebody who makes $250,000 a year, right? Maybe you want to enjoy 5-star restaurants, whatever, but you've never been to one before, right? You say you like to travel, but you haven't been outside of the United States and you don't have a passport yet. So these type of things.
I don't see why it has to. I don't see why, especially like a woman's standards has to match her lifestyle in a patriarchy. That's stupid. I don't see why it has to. Quite literally, that's what this whole thing says. If y'all are just beautiful, right place, right time, as I said before, fit, feminine, friendly, shut up, smile and look pretty, you'll get what you want. So if that's what's been preached for such a long time until men realize that they can't keep this up because most of y'all are broke, now all of a sudden y'all are saying, what do you bring to the table? But before that, it was quite literally shut up and look pretty and you'll get picked, literally. So why would a woman's standards ever, like for a man, ever need to match her lifestyle if she is the woman that the archetype that men online are saying that they want? Like, for example, I'm not the archetype, so I do whatever the fuck I want. Now you have the women who want to be the archetype. They want to be the this, the that, the, you know what I'm saying? Like they're prim, they're pop. All you got to do, apparently, according to y'all, they got to stand in front of Home Depot with an apron on, looking nice and submissive, and they'll just get picked up by a rich baller. That's what it all says. Like, let me just stand out. Just
who says that?
Like, so that's the. So my thing is why does it need to match ever, according to y'all?
Okay, I'm gonna give someone a chance to respond. Willie, you look like you had something to say. I don't know. Did you?
So,
of course not.
Okay, Lakeisha. Lakeisha.
No, I think that's for the men. I was waiting my turn to respond to just the whole thing in general. But
you want you asking the men this question too?
Oh yeah, and then it's an open discussion. So if you want to,
it's common fucking sense for us.
I thought y'all was responding to her. That's why I was being quiet.
Men and women have different agencies. A woman's number one agency is her beauty and all the things that make her desirable as a wife. A man's primary agencies are all the things that make him desirable as a husband. Unfortunately, that typically doesn't include our aesthetic. For women, it always does. So we're not the same in that regard. So a man who is a protector, provider, can do all those things, he's going to get these pretty women because he has their number one priorities down. That's not a question that men even worry about, because we get the women we want because we've become the men that they need. That's not hard for us. That's not hard for anybody to understand. It's hard for us to do. It takes us a while. A lot of guys are broke. Most niggas are average. And most of these women don't believe they're average, but are. So that's the only thing that would be difficult. But of course, men's standards, if you look at somebody, their face, their reality tells you everything about their life. Everybody has what they deserve, because if you work for something, you get it. So if you don't have it, you won't. That means you haven't done the work for it, and this is what it is.
I think she, for the most part, she was spot on. I just think she's just a little bit confused about one part. So yeah, most men realize they can't provide that type of lifestyle. Women, they don't really got to do much. But the problem is, we're not talking about the bad bitches. Like, we already know they don't count. They don't gotta do nothing. They just gotta exist, and everything gonna come to them. We talking about the ugly girls and average women. Where it's a different ball game for them. We asking them, does your lifestyle match your standards? So, it's just targeted to a different audience. So
no, I think you just made that up. He asked a clear question, a very clear-cut question. I did not hear him say bad bitch anywhere in his statement, unless I was incorrect and I missed that somewhere. And I also want to point out that the same way that there's ugly women and average women, there's ugly men, busted, dusted, crusted men, and average men. So for every average, there's these most of these women, they're a bad bitch to somebody, right? They're a bad bitch to somebody. So at the end of the day, still, when you have the plumber with his butt crack out, that average woman who works at Walmart, listen, that's a bad bitch to him, okay? Like, that's kind of how that goes. So what are we talking about? Again, you just added in another criteria.
I'll expound. And I guess I figured it was a little bit of common sense, right? That a woman who is